That night the astronaut needed to use the bathroom, but what he saw there shocked him. A monstrous spider with a hideous face appeared inside the restroom. Jess the astronaut jumped back in fear, and quickly shut the door. He thought the spider might just be a hallucination from being alone on the spacecraft for so long, so he immediately contacted ground control asking them to check the bathroom's surveillance cameras. But Control Center informed him that all the cameras on the spacecraft were damaged and they were trying to figure out why.
You gotta be kidding me.
Jess couldn't wait any longer. He gathered his courage and opened the door again. The spider was still there. Even more terrifying, the spider started talking to Jess.
I did not intend to frighten you, skinny human.
As the spider approached, Jess was paralyzed with fear. He quickly ran into the spacecraft's airtight compartment and asked Control Center to spray disinfectant gas. Control Center was puzzled because disinfecting the spacecraft cost tens of thousands of dollars. Jess was afraid that if he mentioned the spider he'd be labeled as insane, so he said it was for the mission's success in its final stage. Hearing that it was about the mission, Control Center agreed. The disinfectant gas began to fill the spacecraft. Jess sighed in relief. No insect could survive this gas. Once the disinfecting process was over, Jess opened the airtight compartment and stepped out. To his surprise, the spider appeared again.
Are you? I am as real as you are. You can't be.
Jess tried to touch the spider to confirm its existence, but it avoided him. The spider didn't like physical contact. It told Jess that it too was an astronaut from its own species. It had originally planned to travel to the edge of the solar system but accidentally got attracted by humans. It had studied human history and language while in orbit but knew little about human emotions. By chance it had discovered Jess. The spider noticed Jess appeared cheerful in front of others, but in reality he was very lonely. It was curious about why Jess was lonely, so it came aboard the spacecraft, and it could help Jess complete his mission to explore the Pink Nebula quickly. Jess was stunned by this revelation, unable to speak. Realizing he couldn't do anything to stop it, he finally agreed to let the spider stay. The next morning Jess was woken up by the vacuum cleaner turning on. The spider was next to the vacuum cleaner. It was the spider that had turned on the vacuum before because it enjoyed the noise when the vacuum started. Suddenly Jess recalled the argument with his wife. It seemed the spider had been observing his memories. The spider realized that Jess's wife was likely trying to divorce him, and that might be the reason for his loneliness. It wanted Jess to talk about it. Jess refused outright. The spider kept persistently asking. Reluctantly, Jess locked himself in his bedroom to avoid the spider. When Jess went to the bathroom, he ran into the spider again. He warned the spider that the bathroom and bedroom were his private spaces and the spider wasn't allowed to enter. The spider complained that Jess had too many rules, and perhaps that was why he was so lonely. Jess was stunned. He had never thought about that before. At lunch, the spider found Jess again. It wanted to taste eggs. Jess said eggs were hard to store in space, but there was better food. He then pulled out a jar of chocolate spread. The rich, smooth taste reminded the spider of its homeland.